What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Emma. For those who are new here, if you're new to my channel, welcome. If you're a comeback subscriber, thank you for clicking back, because today, guys, okay, before that, first things first, subscribe, like this video. Then if you haven't watched any of my videos, go back to the link, watch all of them, click like button, zipe likes, let's push. And then hit subscribe. We are road to 1K, so please, guys, give me the support. Anyway, you are not prepared for today's video, because today, as you have seen the thumbnail, I'm giving you a story. It's a story time. It's part of my life. It's a story time about when I went to work abroad as a domestic worker. I'm so proud of about that phase of my life, because it taught me a lot. So, as of today, I'll tell you where it started. So, welcome. Now, where do I start? This is a long story, and I talk a lot, so bear with me. It was 2014. I was living in Embu. I was working there. So during that time, my family was experiencing a lot of trouble financially. My father had just lost his job like a year ago after I completed high school. It was even a hassle for me to finish like the school. Actually, I wasn't able even to finish school when I was in school. I did my exam outside the school, because that's another long story. Okay, wacha turudi kwa topic. So I was working in Embu, and my family was struggling. My brother was like in form 2. We just had trouble with money. Now, sijui kama nyinyi watu mnakumbuka when jobs za kwenda majuu zilikuja, like it was the venye zilianza, like that time ndio zilikuwa ziko fresh, watu wako na jobs za kwenda Dubai, Saudi Arabia. So the place where I was working in Embu, the woman who had employed me had a niece. The niece came to live in Nairobi, and she was called Irene. Kudos. So Irene was doing catering at that time, and then she had of a job. I don't know where she got the connections with a certain woman, but she called me. She knew I wanted a job really bad. You are probably asking yourself why I considered even doing the job. Now, I had just completed Form 4. I did not do so well in my exams. Sikuchukuliwa na job. Si ati nilifail, but I missed some points to be kuchukuliwa na job. So I wasn't expecting my father, who had just lost his job, to afford sending me to parallel university or parallel whatever years program in the university. So that time I was only thinking about money and keeping my family, providing for the family, because even when I was working in Embu, all the money I was getting I used to send back home. So Irene called me and told me, by the way, unaweza taka kufanya job majuu. So the slight mention of majuu made my heart beat out of my chest. Majuu naenda. They were like, yeah, I'd really like to. Why not? Ni wapi kunaenda? Akaniambia, nilipatana na mama fulani, akaniambia anapeleka wasichana Saudi Arabia or Qatar and Jordan and Lebanon. Nikamwambia, Mrs. You know, when we are so scared of Arabs, so ukisikia Saudi Arabia we're like, terrorist. Sorry. No offense, but alafu unaona venye hao sio wanakuanga stone face. They are so scary. So I was like, hapana, sisi kwenda Saudi Arabia. So like, you get to choose which country you want to work. So I was like, how can I communicate with this woman? So she sent me a phone number. Guys, please. We need to recharge this battery because this story is too long. Now, she sent me the number of the woman. I called the woman and she gave me her name, and she was like, yeah, I can get you the job. When can you be available? It's like an instant thing. I was like, oh, wow, so fast. It's like, yeah, can we meet in Nairobi like tomorrow? So she didn't know I was not in Nairobi or nearby. So I was like, wow, Embu, nitatoka Embu saa ngapi na nifike Nairobi? I was like, is it a must nifike kesho? Hapana, but make sure like in this week tumepatana. Now here comes the other trouble, or now comes the other dilemma. The woman the woman who had employed me was so nice. She was so nice to me. She was like a mother to me. Like, she treated me nicely. So I was like, and her son, we used to live with her younger son. She only had two kids, and the one was not a kid, was a high school student. So we only stayed with the boy. He was used to me. He was used to me. He loved me so much. So I was like, and approach you mama aje, ndamwambia je nataka kwenda job maju. So I come up with a very idiotic decision. Lie to her, simple lie. Just sema unataka kwenda shule. Guys, you wouldn't believe what I did. Now, I talked to the woman like on a Monday, and she wanted me in Nairobi on a Wednesday. So I had to do something between Monday and Tuesday evening to get me to town on Wednesday. But then mama make sure ameniambia nikienda Wednesday si shughuli ya siku moja. So I was like, it was on a January, so I had just like returned from the December holidays back to job. I was like, I might as well quit the job. But sasa aje, with no reason, hatuja argue, hatuja fight. She has not done nothing to me. So how do you quit from a job whose where the employee is too good to you? So I come up with an idea, just lie to her, I want to go back to school. Now I remember that day. Nilikuwa nimekaa kwa kitchen counter. The woman had a very big sitting room and an open kitchen. Now it was like at night time, and I was busy trying to make up a lie. So I come up with an idea, why not text my mom? Nimwambie a text to mama, amwambie nataka kwenda job, nataka kwenda shule. So I text the message, hello, hi mom, hope you're fine. Nataka utext mama Kevin, umwandikie nataka kwenda shule, so sitaweza kufanya kazi this year. Sent. At that moment, nikasikia simu ya mama Kevin, huyo hata yeye alikuwa anaitwa mama Kevin. Nikasikia simu imevibrate na iko kwa meza, na yeye amelala hapo kwa couch. Niko like, shit, that cannot be a coincidence. Then the son said, mom, the boy grabbed the phone and opened the phone, and then is like, mom, kwa nini Emma anakutumia message? And I'm like, shit. And I'm like, Nikki, nipatie simu. And the mother is like, no, let her niona nini alikuwa ametuma. Hey, I was shaking. I was feeling embarrassed. I wished the floor could just break. Nijifiche hapo ndani. Oh, the embarrassment was too much. Si akachukua simu. Oh, akasoma magongo. Kwanza anasoma out loud. Making it worse. And she was like, Emma, mbona unidanganya? So we went on and nikaanza kulia because I was feeling very very bad about it. But she then clarified that she didn't have any problem if I wanted to go and work abroad. She wishes me the best, and that was not the way to go around it. So eventually nilitoka huko and I came to Nairobi. Now my mom has no idea about this job of kwenda Lebanon. So she saw me with my bags and like, kwani umetoka Embu? And nikamwambia kuna job nataka ku-apply na inanihitaji ni quit your job ingine. So she was like, okay. So I went to town. We met with a woman. I don't remember her name, but I remember she lived in Githurai 45. Yeah. So we met with the woman. She was a very kind lady. She was beautiful. So the first day tukazurura tao. You have no idea like unapeleko happy. So you're just putting all your trust in this person who you barely know. So nikamfuata, jioni nikaenda home. So she requested that the day after I come with my ID, my birth certificate, my parents' ID, the photocopies of their IDs. Yeah, I think that was all. So we met the next day. She took me to a certain office where we were being like vetted. Tulikuwa tunavetiwa na mbaba Mwarabu. So like he would enter, you will go and sit in front of him, and he would ask you some questions, and then they were even asking where you come from, because for some reason they didn't want women from Mombasa because they are slow. Unajua watu wa Mombasa wanafanya vitu kwa raha zao. So like they had an experience with them, and they were lazy. They were termed lazy. So I was done the vetting, nini. The process continued. Haya, next day ikakuwa passport. Ngena nikapigwa passport. So it was like a 2-week nilishinda tao the whole 2 weeks. Actually that moment is when I knew town. Nilikuwa napotea daily. Thanks to a certain someone. Nilikuwa namsumbua. Ara simosha yami, where are you? Nikipotea, hello, niko sijui wapi? Hata sijui niko wapi. Anza kunipa direction. Hata kuna time tulishinda naye tukizurura town. Thanks to you. But now I know town. So eventually we processed nikapigwa passport. Passports wanatumianga hawa watu wenye wanataka house girls. Then they vet you according to your face and height and how you look. You know, wanataka pia watu warembo. So and then you wait. If they say they want you, they will just process your visa over there and get it sent. So now after the 2-week process, and I applied for my passport, and it was ready, everything was no, before the passport you have to be like given the visa. So like after the whole application thing and the passport sending thingy, I got a call from the woman. Hello, you've been selected. I was so happy, you have no idea. I felt like I won the lottery. So I just know I was desperate. So she's like, you've been chosen, your visa has been sent, so all we need to do is process your passport as fast as you can, and when it's done, you just go. I was so excited. Now I break the news to my parents. They were shocked. Like from nowhere unaenda kufanya kazi Qatar, or hata hatukuwa sure tunaenda wapi, but they were like, mom and dad, you know, desperate moments call for desperate measures, and here is my desperate measure. So my mom was kind of afraid. My dad was like, if that's what you want to do, I support you, but be careful. Do you trust those people? Are you sure they're taking you to a safe place? Hizo maswali mingi. So my mom was like, no, until I get to talk to the woman who connected you to all this, I cannot certify that I want you to go. So we go to town with my mom. We meet at a certain office. I can't remember the name of the office, but it's around IMAX cinema. Yeah, there. So we go, my mom meets the lady, and the lady assures her, no, we got it, we got her. Even if she goes there, we will know what will be happening to her. We have all the contacts, blah, 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 blah. And my mom was like, okay, we can't be 100% sure, but I have no reason not to trust this. And also, I have nothing better to have you do. Like, sikuwa niende shule, so it was, yeah. Wait a minute. Now, after my mom like was okay with it, we went to Nyayo house. I processed my passport. Now after the process of after processing my passport, I was ready to go. Now at this point, my friends knew about it, but a certain someone anaitwa Roma Mogwe didn't agree with the idea. Actually, everybody didn't seem to agree with my idea, starting with my brother. Nobody wanted me to go because you know the scary stories. Oh, ukienda uko utateswa. Oh, nini. Yani you know the obvious stories. Even now, people are scared to go because of those reasons. But now, in my head, no one could stop me from going. Because all I could think about was my family. Like, you guys have no idea what we were going through hell. Like, affording food was an issue. My dad, I don't start kumbuka hizo story, but anyway. So I was like, Yes, I know it's not safe. I'm not even sure where I'm going, but at least if it's a good place, then I'll get to help my family, and I'll get to save. Like the whole idea was going, save money, come start a business, and go to school. That was the plan. So it's like, even if I stay here, nobody's gonna send me to school, or they're gonna give me a job. So it was a lose win kind of a situation. So even if they advised me otherwise, I still wanted to go, and I had decided, and it was hakuna mtu angenikataza, hata my own mom. Now we have processed everything. Now the only thing was remaining is the going. The day finally arrived. And that day, who escorted me? My mom. Where is my mom? My friend's mom. Promise your mom was there. Were you there? No.
Shame.
Oh, it was you. Yeah, it was my mom. I was escorted by my mom, my best friend's mom, and her older brother. Yeah. So we went to the office. We clarified. Now that day I went with my suitcases. It's not the day I was traveling. I had spent the night over at the woman's house. Then the next morning tukapatana na mom town sasa. So hakuja. My friend's mom was still not into the idea, but well, it's the last minute. She cannot do anything. So we bid her goodbye, and the brother, my best friend's brother, and he wished me well. He's like, "No, Kiana, please take care of yourself, blah 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 blah." And my mom, and do you know, I'm a crybaby. And every time my mom, okay, let's get to that. So we enter the taxi on the way to the airport. Now on the way to the airport, that's when it got to me that, hey, like, I'm leaving this country. I don't even know whether I'm gonna come back to my family. So all those thoughts were going through me. I started panicking, but then I was staying strong because I cannot undo this. So we go. We reach the airport. I was supposed to take a 4 p.m. flight. So we arrive at the airport at 3 so that you have time to process your passport, and all the hizo mavitu. We reach at the airport where it says passengers only. So tunashuka taxi nikachukua suitcase. Now, as I was saying, I'm a cry baby. Every time my mom would escort me to school, like when we were going back to school, I would start crying in the matatu. Like I would weep when she starts saying, hey, ukienda usome nini, hizo nitawaje farewells for certain reason. My mom alisimama hapo akaanza kuniambia, ukienda make sure you call me, make sure when you arrive you tell me. Sikushed hata tear. Wacha hivyo, like I didn't have a teary eye. I was so strong because now I was wondering, if I start crying, my mom is gonna start crying, we're gonna have a bad vibe. I didn't want to go with bad energy, so I was just there kujifanya jiwe, nimejikausha. Akaongea. Wakati nilipinduka na hiyo suitcase, I didn't look back because I knew if I looked back singeenda. So I just took my suitcase. Sikuangalia mamangu tena, sikuangalia nyuma. Niliambia tu Mungu, just take care of me and take care of her, and I'm hoping tutaonana. That's how I went. So if you want to know what happened when I arrived, okay, I was going to Lebanon. You never knew I was going to Lebanon. So catch me on the next video and you get to find out how I arrived at Lebanon, how I found things there, and how my stay at Lebanon was. Yeah, until then, see you next time, and peace out.